No, I'm saying that's gonna get patched because that's a game for Switch.
Yeah. And now there's a Ninja Turtle game that came out. It's like
Oh
very
man, that's just so
underrated.
fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it for the Switch for sure.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
know
Me
it's
and Rudy been
free
playing this shit.
on
We play that shit,
Xbox, no?
we play this on the PC. That's just fun as fuck though. I like that shit.
Yeah, I'll get it because they asked me for that shit. Because
Yeah.
I locked the account.
Mhm.
You know, you can't buy any more
Damn, you
games.
hate it, dog.
That's good actually. Though.
Like I wouldn't have locked it. He would have bought games that I wanted, but
Get the whole Lego
I
collection, huh?
I should have just blamed it on him. You know, but now the Star Wars game is cool. We for Father's Day, I didn't feel like doing shit, so Alice took Yudi, and we just fucking split screen Star Wars
Oh
Episode
yeah,
One, Lego Star Wars on the Switch downstairs. The
that's
show was
fun.
fun.
I did the same. We ended up doing It Takes Two with Hayes.
Yeah.
We got like halfway through that game. It was fun. I didn't want to do shit either, dog. Like I knew it was gonna be packed everywhere, so I didn't want to. Let me just kick it. Let me just kick it. What's up, Angelita? What you been playing?
I just sleep, bro.
Oh, that's it.
I just sleep.
You playing life?
'Cause
You playing life, dog?
yeah, I'm playing life. Yeah, I'm playing life. Yeah, and plus Nate hogs up the game. I mean the PS5, so I
Nah,
can't
chill.
even play
Hey,
shit.
and Marilyn, you got to chill. Like, we need that one person here. Come on, don't be like
No,
that.
that's right. Yeah, yeah.
Don't be like we're gonna start in a bit. We're starting in about 5 minutes, so it won't be long today. I promise. I just need to get some shit out
Probably
my
is.
chest. You know what I mean?
I already know.
Nah.
I'm just here to
Yeah,
let you guys vent. I want you guys to vent.
I'm
I'm
about
just
to.
here to. Never
Say
mind.
you're
I'll
right.
save it for the pod. 'Cause,
Plus,
yeah.
I got this nasty ass cough I've been rocking for a week now.
Yo, me
I'm on
too.
this, you know? Yeah.
Well, my cough started, but like I've had a sore throat for like a couple of days already, and it's not COVID because we got tested at home, and
Yeah, same,
so
same thing I said. Dog. Got tested,
I thought it was
but
COVID.
no, negative. All
I
right,
was like,
cool.
hell yeah, I'm about to get paid time off. Let's go, but nah, it wasn't. It wasn't that.
All right, Angel, you tweet that we live?
I have not.
May you?
That's why no one's
Would you
here.
please?
Fool.
Wait, do it right now.
That fool text Maryland. Hey, we're live.
Doesn't matter. Every viewer can.
¿Ya ese milagro Merlin's here?
Maryland's here.
Yeah.
She got time.
Running, I should do.
I haven't. What the fuck is? All right, shit. I don't know what I'm doing right now. My bad. All right,
I would have stopped watching if I was her.
we are live.
Like, I don't blame anyone for not putting it together, dog. Just because we took the 2 weeks off that the G's did, I said, fucking, let's do this shit tonight. Because I have, I mean, very little energy for this shit today. After Wednesday.
I want to go play Fall Guys.
And Fall Guys is out. Fall Guys is pretty fun right now. Yeah. You're fucking 100% right. You're 100% right.
All right, I posted.
What the boys playing, though? The boys playing just a lot of FIFA or what?
Nate, what are you playing?
A video game.
Something called Fall Guys.
Oh, yeah, that's what we were playing, too. I'm about to get his PSN and invite him to play with him.
It's my PSN, and we have it already.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, he
I
took
can't
it.
be
He took
associated-
over
I can't be
everything.
associated
so
with this shit, though.
yeah. Well, he took over everything. So,
Is his account now?
huh? Yeah, it's his account
It's
now.
his account?
So whatever, all things that have happened over the last several months, I haven't done anything on that thing. It's all him. So if he gets reported or some shit goes down, that's Nate now. It's not
That's not
me.
him?
So, nope. It's not me. I'm in the clear.
What up, Tony? Welcome back. Dog, you bring me a baguette?
Sacre bleu. Did he go scout more Frenchy players?
Uh,
Who?
Tony, you
What?
didn't see he was out in he was in Vegas? Vegas and well yeah, Vegas too, right? And Paris. he
He was
was
in
in
Vegas.
Vegas, he just took out a picture in front of the Paris.
He said
In
that.
front of the biggest Eiffel Tower.
He said that when he was there, he kidnapped Cabal's parents, and that's why Cabal scored against LAFC. That's what he said.
He shouldn't have returned them. Should have returned the parents.
He had to come back. That's why.
Well, how are you, Rudy?
I'm all right. Grumpy old man shit right now, Dutch. Yeah.
Why?
Get off my lawn. Get off my lawn.
¿Por qué? What happened? What's going on in your life? Everything okay?
El Galaxy about to me caigo mal.
It's a bad week. Angel's drinking.
You know,
Yeah.
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 Thursday
mhm.
night.
Yep. Yeah.
¿Y eso?
Tuesday. Though.
Just
El
need to
amor,
relax, bro. Yeah, I need to relax, bro, because you know it's just a joke, bro. It's not even, it's not can't even be mad. You know, it's funny.
Relax.
All
You
right,
got 5
all
minutes.
right.
You got 5
I know.
minutes. You got 5 minutes.
Well, that's why. All right,
Alright.
George, how you do? Oh, hey, hit me.
No,
Did you? What's the status, bro? With what we were talking about on Saturday
Oh, it was
with the work, trabajo.
fucking dope. I'm tired though. I'd be waking up at 5 again, but now I'm actually doing something at 5, so that's why it hurts a little bit more. But it's dope. They just sent me all this
Yeah.
shit. I have to get it set up for tomorrow.
Oh, so tomorrow's like your first day or what?
Nah, Monday was my first day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Are you
shit.
doing any tickets already?
Yeah, I did a couple already.
How are you guys? What are you guys using for your ticketing system right now? How are you getting all your tickets?
Striven.
Are you supposed to be saying company secrets out live in the podcast? Man? With 7 people watching?
Yeah.
Be careful, though. You might be breaking some NDAs and shit.
What was your first ticket? What was your first issue that you had to resolve?
See, nah, I can't say all that.
Okay.
VPN, I believe. Without saying much, VPN.
All right. Well, congratulations, man. Congratulations.
Today I did a HIPAA training. That shit was hilarious. Because we work with a lot of medical. Our team's mostly medical. That shit was one of the best trainings I've ever had because it made that shit fun. It was a dry ass topic, but that shit was hilarious. But I want to go to sleep. I want to play some Fall Guys. But nah, I try to convince Rudy to fucking cancel this shit. But nope.
No, you couldn't convince me. Again, we won't be long tonight. I just gotta talk about this just a little bit. Get fuck out of here. I know nobody wants to stay up and hear about this Galaxy anyway. So
I already know I'm about to get mad again.
I want to. I just want to go watch a movie, drink beer, chill. Probably gonna watch. What is it? The Dumbledore movie. What's this shit called?
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic Beasts.
Yes,
The
sir.
Secrets of Dumbledore. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. So I gotta go watch that.
You seen the prior
Alright.
ones, right?
Huh? Yeah, I've seen them all already. That's the only one
Yeah.
just I haven't seen it. Yeah.
I've never seen those shit.
let's do this.
That's because you're not into magical shit.
Yo, what up? And welcome to another episode of Straight from the Stands, an unapologetic, unofficial LA Galaxy podcast, hosted by 4 my supporters who bring you their thoughts and views on everything related to LA Galaxy, straight from the stands. I am your co-host Smarts, alongside the always angry Angel, his counterpart level-headed George, and the man with the facts, Masa. This is
We're starting early.
Good evening. Yes,
Damn.
we started. We started, Angel.
We
I
want to
started.
get in and get
Alright.
the fuck out. That's the problem. Let's do this, boys.
We in here. Good evening, boys. What's going on? We're coming in Thursday. Just a couple of days after a US Open Cup match.
Few days after a Portland match. Few days before a canceled match.
I mean, yeah, fucking comedy of bullshit, right? Listen, we're gonna make it short today. I don't think there's much to say, so we're just gonna have a show about renting and what's upsetting us right now and whatever the fuck we want to talk about for the next 30, 35, 40 minutes. All right. But as always, Angelito, how you doing, Papa?
I'm great, man. I had a talk with my boss on Wednesday morning about the state of Angel and how I'm already dead internally and how soon they're gonna get me out of the night schedule. Doesn't seem like there's any plans anytime soon because I'm pretty picky about what I want. But point is, it's going good regardless. I'm hot shit over there, so that's okay. Yeah, that's a bright side. I'm irreplaceable right now. Apart from that, I'm happy to hear that George's doing well. I don't know how Masa's doing. He hasn't talked to me forever. I saw he had a suite that he didn't invite me to. So next
Yeah,
time I get a suite, he doesn't get invited.
Texted you, stupid ass.
No, you did not.
Fuck you. Yes, I did.
That's fucking bullshit. I had the receipts. Rudy, I'm glad to see your face. You know, you don't respond to my messages because I messaged you Happy Father's Day and you just left me on red. But I'm glad that you're live and I'm glad that you're here. You know, I just want to tell you, I'm glad that you're my daddy. But fuck off. Fuck off.
George,
I'm doing good though.
George, let's try this with you, dog. How you doing today?
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Good answer. Masa, how you doing today, Papa?
I'm chilling, dog.
Yeah, I'm here too, dog. Again, listen, George, rightfully so, was close to convincing me to canceling the show again today. But because we did take the 2-week break, I thought we needed to be out here and record a stupid ass episode after a stupid ass week and a stupid ass weekend to follow as well. So let's get right into it. Masa, can I just start by saying you're fucking right? Not logical,
I'm
not logical, but you're fucking right.
Happy. I'm no happy.
And I mean that I'm talking about the Portland game. Let's start out there. You guys, and I kind of pinpoint you out. Must say you're right, but Angel, you were in the same track. George, you were in the same track, and then I said something stupid that kind of, I rocked the boat a little bit on what that was.
I just had. What happens is you dingo like an Oreo, like a Oreo caramel. That's sweet. Like, is that azúcar? You know, now I went like Cumbia Kings on that shit, and man, I fucked up.
But listen, again, like I don't think Masa you're logical, but you're right. By all means, Galaxy should have fucking dominated the game, but they could not, and it wasn't because Portland was.
But that's the team. That's the team we've seen all season, and that's what I was trying to tell you. Listen, I want you. You told me you want the Galaxy to show you something that they, and I'm like, they already showed us what they are. Like if the team gives us space, then they take advantage. If the team doesn't give us space, that's what they are, because we don't have that missing link, whatever the fuck it is, and it's gonna be like that until they bring someone in the summer. If they bring someone in during the summer,
and let's talk about it too, right? Because we've talked about like it's a cam. We talked about it. Hey, we got to try the two strikers with Dejan and Pete in for longer periods of time. Well, we got it right. We got Chicha and Jovelik for like a good part of the whole second half and a good part of the first half. When Vasquez goes down for injury, I mean he comes in at the 32nd minute. Right? Yeah, he goes down in the 32nd minute. Although like it seems like Vasquez thing was more precautionary thing than anything else, but still it's scary, right? Because it's fucking Vasquez. And when he got knocked and he got pulled out, I was there. I was like, fuck, here we go. But yeah, like so we saw. So like again, Masa, you're right. In the missing link, I don't know if it's a player or if it's the tactics. Like, where is it? Because this time we got Jovelik in there. We had Grant Zero and we had Cabral in there, right? Like the players were dynamic. And my God, there was nothing there.
Oh man.
It was bad performance too, right? Like I think and again, I'm ranting, so chime in wherever you guys want, and I'll shut the fuck up.
Let it rip, baby. Let it rip. That's what this is today.
But we talked about I've talked about personally how what I really like about Delgado and Reveloson is that they're precise, right? They don't really fuck around. They don't try to do too much. Reveloson kind of does it sometimes more than Delgado, but they kind of like secure passes going forward or into spaces, right? Yo, both of these guys cannot fucking link up on versus Portland. Like I think I saw more bad passes from both these guys in this game that I had seen in the whole season.
Did Mark play? He did, right?
Yeah. He started.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I went straight into it, but the starting line was Bond at goal, Edwards on left, Williams, Depew in center, Araujo on right, Delgado and Reveloson in the center mid with Granzier, Vasquez, and Cabral holding the attacking mid. Chicharito up top. We all saw that. Vasquez went out and Dejan came in. We played a variation of that with Chicha and Joe, like kind of switch back and forth. But it was just a bad game. And again, like I don't even think it's a lot of credit to Portland.
No, I agree. I don't think Portland did shit apart from their. I mean, there was a moment after. Was it in the beginning or midway through the through the? Yeah, was it the beginning? Yeah, at some point. Yeah, they had some control of the game. I thought they were I guess you want to call it the better team, right? They had us. I think Bond had to make a save or two. Nothing too crazy, but still, apart from that, I don't recall Portland being super dangerous. I know they had a couple opportunities in the second half. The balls went wide a little bit because they were shooting towards ACB. I remember that. They had a couple shots that went wide. I mean, they probably were better looks than I expected them to be, but I don't think that they were anything, saying like, "Damn, that should have been a goal," or like, "Fuck, that shit was close." So I agree.
Yeah, like again, many times this season I said like, against Orlando. I'll go back to that one. Like we lost that game, and I felt like we should have won because we had a lot of opportunities, but we just couldn't put them away. I can't really say that shit about this Portland game because I think there were some chances created, but like it was nothing clear. It was nothing like the chances created against Austin or Leva's game, right? Like it was nowhere near that. I will say like the goal.
I don't know, man. I remember Chichas vividly, bro. That should have been the back of the net.
What?
Which one?
In the second half, Rudy off of his corner, landed on his left foot, and he basically hits it wide.
Right back.
Yeah, like bro,
He was
back
stretched. He
post.
was stretched, but you're right. I think he should have put it.
Are you serious?
I think he was stretched. He was stretches out for it, right?
And
No?
there was
Am I wrong with that?
Bro,
on the post.
Watch
I might
that
be wrong.
again.
I'm okay.
That
Yeah, I
should
might
have
be
been a
wrong.
goal. No, it was. You know what? It was
Okay.
harder to miss that shit than it was to make that. Like I'm still baffled at how he missed that. It's
Well, again,
insane.
Especially the goals. Some of the goals he scored. Like again, I thought he was stretched, but it still felt like he should have been on frame on that. Not going right back to where it came from. Like I mean, that was just a bad thing. I know what I'm talking about now.
Yeah, he basically passed it right back to Efra. When you think about it, because Efra still picked it up right on the end line or the sideline. No, yeah, the end line, and he I guess put a shitty cross back in or a corner. I forget what it was,
I
but
think he took a shot and it was blocked the first ball. Or something like that.
yeah, whatever it was. But Chicha should have put that shit away. That's not an excuse for him. That's trash. That was absolute garbage.
Yep.
All right. But like we're used to like missing a couple of those, right? I mean, like, and I'll just be honest.
Now we've had a few of these this year where we're like, hey, that's his bread and butter. That's where he makes his money. That's where he does this. That's where he makes his money. That's where we paid the millions. And that type of opportunity, there's no reason he should have missed that shit. Well, Kieran Chicharito, yes, absolutely, because we've seen it now throughout the season. It's happened several times. But bro, come on, man.
Well,
Especially in a game like that.
I think, but I think it goes to show how little opportunities you get. Right, because you put 3-4 of those, like he's gonna make more than you miss.
That's fair.
Unfortunately, when you get one or two chances, when you get one or two chances and you miss them, like it's a lot more daunting than if you have more opportunities, right? Because it takes out more. You're missing these, you should be making them. I'm not even like again. I think Chicha, we get him service, he's gonna score, and he's done it right. Like when look at his goals he scored, they've been like service to him and he put him away. We haven't done that consistently, so like he could do better. Also, we could do better to feed him. You know what I mean? When we have feed him, he was 5 goals in what is it, 4 games or whatever it was. So I'm not gonna necessarily blame Chief. Yeah, he could be a better form, but like it's not on him. It's not on Dejan. You know what I mean?
It's not on him, but
know.
he's a DP. He got to put this away. Fuck that. At this point, there's no excuses for anyone for anything. Put that away. No, fuck that.
Yeah, fair with that. I'm not. I won't argue with it. I'm just. Here, let me ask this. I think you're spot on, right? Like the one thing I want to say this episode was like, I know who the Galaxy is this year, right? I'll talk about where I think they'll end up.
All right, so who are they? You said you know who are they? Yeah, who are they?
Yeah, they're gonna be a dominant team when the team comes to play them, and then they're gonna have a hard time picking up points when a team is gonna sit back. Right, Masa said it. I think, it goes. It's gonna be a hard year, but I think they get advantage. Right, they make playoffs. Doubt most teams and players. Yeah, I think I still think they're better than most of these teams, and they'll pick up points enough to make playoffs.
Top 4,
right? Yeah, top 4. I'm still rocking top 4, and we got a bet going on, so it doesn't matter. I still rocking top 4 because listen, like again, U.S. Open Cup. We'll talk about that right now. But if we look at the league, like it's there, 100% there, and I don't see us as a powerhouse. We're not that. We're not a top team. We're not a. I wouldn't say we're a contender for the cup, right? Like I don't see us there.
Top 4.
Yeah, no, top 4. Top 4
playoffs. No.
Yeah, 100%. I don't think we're a good team, but I think we're good enough to get the points. Listen, we've been doing it right now, and I think we've seen glimpses of teams who attack us and how good we could be, and we've seen how bad it's been when they don't. And even at that, we're still getting the points. Portland's a horrible game, and at home, ugly as fuck. At the end of the day, though, like that's not, we walked away with a point from that, and I think they'll do that the rest of the season, and because it's MLS, it'll be enough. In playoffs, I think that's where we might make a run because teams are going to play. Right, so we'll see. That's where I'm at, but I think it's a bad team. I don't like it. I don't like this team. It's not.
Little by little.
Listen, I just wanted them because it could be better. We've seen it 4-1 versus Austin, 4-1 versus Levas. We've seen it. We've seen glimpses of it, so they could be better. But there's no way to sustain that, and that's the fucked up part. We have no game plan to sustain that.
So if you're another team, why don't you just come back and hold back on the Galaxy?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what they're gonna do. And we'll struggle. We get points, and then we'll get some victories because we'll get one chance to put away. Yeah.
If we 100%. Struggle at home, if we struggle to escape with a point at home, I don't think we do that away.
We've done it away.
Wonder goals
multiple times. It doesn't matter. We won it. Again, listen. That's the difference, though, right? There's points. Like I agree with you. They're not what I want to see. I want to see that 4-1. I want to see that. I want to see those type of performances versus LAC versus Austin. I want to see that consistently. Not gonna happen out this team. They can't figure that out. But I think
we gotta throw LAFC out of the mix, though. We have to.
No. Because you didn't like you don't like how they played.
But they play because of the team.
I'm not asking why the motivation or anything. I'm asking you, do you like how they played?
Yeah, of course.
You like how they played against Austin?
Yes.
Yes, we do. We did, right? Like, and they can get
second half. Second half, at least. Or after we got scored on, at least.
That's 2 games out of how many games have we played already?
Again, I'm not saying that's a team. I'm saying they show they can do that. They can't consistently sustain that. We can't have a season like that. This is not going to be that team.
I mean, golfers show that they can hit hole in ones. Doesn't mean that's just going to consistently happen.
Okay, but we play in MLS, and again, look. I agree with you. This team is not good right now, right? And I don't think it's been good the whole season. It's so glimpses of how good they could be. But look where we're sitting. Look at the MLS table in general, right? Like that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying this team is great.
Give a shit about the MLS table though. I care about my fucking team, and that's pathetic.
Yeah, and this is
garbage.
No, not garbage. No.
Garbage.
No, hell no.
Garbage. Listen. Everyone except for Dayon.
No, just look back last year and the year before that and the year before that. This is definitely improvement.
So
nowhere near where I want to be.
It's been 5 years of garbage, or 6 years now. What improvement?
This is still pending.
Rudy, what improvement? Last year we were probably about the same as we are right now, and then we took a major dive.
Look at the goals.
2 games right now in a row where I think we've taken a major dive.
And then we have a few games. And then I think we're an average ass team.
You know what's crazy to me?
I think average team is for you, and for me, I have higher standards. And average team to me is not. I'm not content with.
You don't have to be happy with it. I'm not arguing that this team is good. Like again, let me repeat myself. I'm not arguing this team is good. Yeah. I think this team is average for MLS, and it could have 1 or 2 outstanding games that's going to put them above it and put it right in 4th place. Playoff games where a team is not going to sit back because it's 1 and out, they're going to have to come and play. And I think the Galaxy has a fair shot of that. I don't think. I think
what's frustrating? Portland comes in and they hold back. That's their game style. But they're the first ones to come out with a goal. This is a team that you were on the pod saying they don't score much, we'll be good. Our defense is good. I'm not blaming the defense. Listen, I'm not blaming the defense, but those type of goals shouldn't be happening, especially one at our home and us fighting to get a point at home. Yeah. That's what frustrates it. Away, away is not even an excuse, but I'll give that excuse. At home, it's pathetic.
Yeah, no, I agree. Listen, you guys were on point last week when we talked about Portland. I didn't want to believe it because that's a 13th place team, and they showed why they're a 13th place team. They didn't look good. Portland didn't look good.
Shame on me for believing you twice already this season. It's not gonna happen the third time.
But I'm saying that's a 13th place team, right? Like this team who's sitting higher, coming off of those 2 victories, they showed what they could do. I don't give a fuck. And the same thing I'm gonna say when we talk about them losing to Sacktown. I don't give a fuck. You have to win that game. So listen. I agree with you guys 100%, but I think they'll have more games where they get a point or they get the result than they don't. Right? They're going to be an average team with just collecting points. 4th
George,
place.
I want to hear what you got to say. You're kind of quiet over there. Enlighten me here. Masa had some shit to say. I've had some shit to say. Rudy had a lot to say.
Rudy doesn't shut up.
Yeah, I want to hear what you said because I'm not that much in agreement with Rudy right now. I think I wouldn't say furthest away. I'll give him some credit on some things that he said there for sure, but for the most part, I'm not high. I'm not.
You were asking me or Masa?
I'm asking you.
Oh. This team is who I thought they were. This team is exactly who I thought they were. 2 games that we played well. I'm not going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to go to every game expecting the worst and be surprised when we get the best, and I'll be okay with it. And that's fine. And that's the type of
that's
okay,
sad.
but that's the type of mentality that this team has given us. This is not a 1 year, 2 year things. We're talking about like, oh, we're getting better. The defense is there. How many years have we been rebuilding? Sure, this is a Greg Vanny team. This is the second year. Okay, that's fine. Okay, yeah. Listen, that's completely okay. But we're at a second year where we're still not getting things right. When we're getting pushed against to a wall, when we're against the wall, it looks like GBS is on that sideline because that's the ball that we're playing. That's all we play. Side to side, cross it in, pray for something.
Because we have nothing in the middle. Yep.
And with the type of team that we have, we've been banking on the defense, and the defense has slowly been slipping. Those type of goals shouldn't be coming in. So if all that we're doing is banking on defense and these type of goals come in, because we've seen it on Saturday whenever they played, and we've seen it on Tuesday. Type of goals that shouldn't go in. Type of goals that we'll get to Tuesday. But Saturday's game was how is a team that we said on this pod last week that's barely scoring goals in 13th place coming to our home and score first, and then we're battling to get 1 point.
But they had nothing. They had nothing. Not only a counter, but also like the attitude of the team. Right, like in the one thing, I think the one thing that's missing every single time we're hearing on this type of fucking episode is the team doesn't have the energy. Right, like there's intensity, and listen, I understand that the other team makes the game slow, and that's where like it drains some of the energy because when it's faster, the team can press faster, they can go in and make shit uncomfortable. When it's slower, like the energy has to like literally have to come from them and chase after the game for that, and they don't do it enough. Right, like the only way you make the game faster is if you press them, so they have to pass faster, causing them to give them, make a mistake and get the ball back. But we don't do that shit. So these type of games, I think the one thing that's really missing is the fucking energy. They don't get up for it. I don't understand how they don't get up for it. They just came back off fucking like back-to-back victories that should have gave them some momentum. They're fresh legs.
I told you, man. I told you at the beginning of the season, they're mentally weak. They don't understand. They don't everything about them. I don't know if you're into that aura shit, whatever you want to call it, their spirit, their energy, everything. It's not there. They only get up for one game and that's it. It's just for one game, and then the rest of it is they hope that their talents get them through whatever talents those may be. They're questionable right now.
But again, and it feels that way a lot. It feels that way a lot, right? But like, it's not only been that though. There's. I mean, let me look at this, right? Like 7, 3, and 5, right? 7 victories, 3 draws, and 5 defeats. Average as fuck, right? Goals, games that they look good, and we're like, okay, we want to see more of that. Games that they're like, what George calls wonder goals, right? Like the effort game. L's that feel fucking horrible, like Seattle. That'll feel bad because we beat that team everything except for set pieces. So like this team is fucking average as fuck, bro. Obviously, like there's things that sting a little more. Man, we've gone with Zlatan where we're scoring a fuck ton, but also getting scored on.
Right.
A shit ton more,
so
right?
We can't find the balance where we can score a lot and defend well.
Now this year we're defending well, right? We had 2 games.
Defending better. I say defending better. I wouldn't say defending well. I say defending better. It's 2 different things.
I think defending better. There's only been 1, 2, 3 games where we allowed 3 goals. Everything else has been
but we can't keep a lot of clean sheets. We still always break at some point. We always break at least at one point in the game, and we always give up a goal, at least one.
Listen, we're not in Mecca yet. We're not there yet. But we're not leaking goals like we have in previous seasons. That for sure. Yeah. That's for a fact. And that
alone, in the last 4 games, we've leaked Houston. We leaked Dallas. We still conceded 1 to, or actually, last 5 games? No. Conceded 1 to LAFC.
Houston.
We conceded 1 to Seattle, to Portland, and then we conceded a 2 to a fucking second division team.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, US Open Cup.
You don't call that leaking goals?
We have 2 games that we leave goals consistently against Houston, against Dallas. We leave goals. The rest of them, no. Look at the score lines on those games where we say we leak goals. We could see goals, but we're not leaking goals.
That's if you had the LAFC game, goals. Right? If you had the LAFC game, if you had the, did we have any other games between that?
So we had. I'll tell you right now. We had. Where we at?
Austin.
Houston. We lost 3-0. LAFC 3-1. We won. 4-1. 4-1 versus Austin. 1-1 versus Portland. 1-2 versus them. Yeah.
Conceded 2.
Yeah. We're not
leaking goals.
No,
that's not leaking goals to you. We didn't have a single clean sheet in any of those. Even the 2 games that we even the 2 games that you said we played really good.
Tell me,
goals. Are you kidding?
Doesn't fucking matter. Do you not remember the years prior to that?
Bro, that's more than half.
Goals?
In our last 5 games,
listen,
that's more than half of the games. More than half of the games were considered multiple goals.
This is not the Mecca. This is not the perfect team. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not the perfect team, but we're not leaking goals. We let some goals in.
In the last 5 games, over half of those games, we had multiple score games.
What about the games before that? They don't count then?
We're talking about it right now. We're talking about recently. Because at the beginning of the season, you were talking about, oh, we're looking good. Everything's looking good. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, George mentioned. No, I think George mentioned about 6 podcasts ago, or maybe less than that. Where okay, now we're so and so time in. Right, we have so many games in. Teams are seeing how we play. Teams are adjusting to us now, right? Because there's all this everything's out there already about our team. And look at what's happening now over the last 5 games.
But no one's adjusting to us though. Portland plays like Portland. Charlotte plays like Charlotte.
But exactly. It's easy.
So
because we try to play to everyone else. We try to adjust to everyone else.
No,
again trying to play our whack ass fucking our style.
Just I don't even think it's not whack.
How is it not whack?
It's not whack.
Okay. How?
The thing is that we don't have the space. The teams that we struggle against don't give us space.
Right, but even at that,
that's how they play.
Look at the chances, and that's fine, But look at the chances we do create when those teams is when the team actually presses them, right? Because we cause the urgency for them to move out to pass the ball around. When we don't have the energy, when we don't press, that's when we look bad, right? Listen, the goals again. We can't. We it's naive to say that our defense is not better. I'm not saying this is best. I'm not saying this is the best version. Because it's not, right? But it is better. We're not leaking goals. We allowed some goals in, especially the last month. May was a bad month. That's when we leaked the most goals. Period. Right? Because we haven't done so much. And again,
so it should be the fucking opposite. I would have been okay if we leak goals in the beginning of the season, and we've been working on it. What are you fucking kidding me? We went from not leaking goals to now we actually are leaking goals in the last 5 games.
Okay, no,
you're saying it's not, but I think it is.
But listen,
George, you guys think he has leaking goals?
All right, man. So if we're gonna say Austin,
we're comparing from the last seasons, and yes, it's a good comparison because okay, I'm not. Give me a second, relax, damn. It's a good comparison, but we were in the negatives when it came to that. Any step up would have been a good step up. We took 2 steps up, but now we're just average. We forget that we were a really, really, really bad team defensively. Really bad team. We took 2 steps up, and now we're on par. We could get shut down.
I'm gonna say something, right? Because we say the game versus Levas, the game versus Austin, they're outliers, right? Something we can't sustain, and I agree with that. We can't sustain that. But also like the 3-1 and the 3-0 versus Dallas and Houston, that's also outliers because we're not that bad game in, game out. We're not, because we're not.
Those 2 games are bad though.
Yes, they are.
Back-to-back games.
Yes, and so is that 4-1 and 3-1 versus LAFC and Austin. We can't sustain that.
So then everything's an outlier. So then everything's an outlier.
No, the rest of them.
There is no actual data right now. The rest is the only team that we can make out is that this is an inconsistent as team.
Where are we right now on the table?
No, I think we're pretty consistent. We just have.
Where are we right now on the table?
We're 5th.
All right, so we're
consistently inconsistent.
Where we are in the table, where we are in the table, that's what we are.
Listen, man. Again, listen. 2 games that were super dope, and 2 games were super bad. The rest, 1-0, 1-0, 3-2, 1-0, 1-3, 2-1. They're all just like low scoring games, very average games, right? We have outliers in either end of them. Really dope games versus Austin versus Levas, or really shitty games versus Houston versus Dallas. But the rest, that's the story. And that story is that we're 5th place team, right? 5th, 4th place team. We get a couple dubs that we're not supposed to get, and we get the 4th place. All I'm saying, like, listen, this team.
What about the dubs that we don't get, or that the other teams get they shouldn't get, that are happening?
But again, I don't think that's not a common occurrence. Look at the fucking stats. we lost against. I think we had 2 bad games versus Houston, right?
Orlando.
Yeah, and that game we didn't deserve to lose, but we lost.
Chicago was a loss to me. That was pathetic.
We draw the game.
That was garbage.
Away. Listen, we're hypocritical. Because we've been on this show.
We said that we need the fucking points, and we only got 1 point.
We've been on this show for fucking 5 years talking about a point.
We've always said the
right,
point.
But now, like it was
but then we lost the point. The other points to make, and we've already lost the other points. You guys meant Orlando. We lost those points now. We lost the points to fucking Houston. We lost points to fucking to Dallas. So what the fuck is the point? If we're still losing, we're losing more at home than we are away,
bro.
Well, we also got 3 points away at Portland. We also got
Nashville.
a point in Minnesota. We got a point in Chicago. It goes
Nashville.
both ways.
3 against Austin. Listen, man. Like again, and no fucking club goes undefeated, right? No club is and especially none of them, less, right? Listen. Let me backtrack. Let me backtrack though. Let me backtrack because I'm just trying to paint a picture where this team is mediocre. Yeah. Better some days, worse some other days, right? Like that's what it is. I'm not trying to back this team up and saying like, hey, like stick to our guns right now because it's gonna work out.
Not anymore.
I don't see it. Like there has to be changes, and I don't even know where the changes go. Like, and I'll be straight up with you. Like usually I could come up with an idea or two of what I would change. At this point right now, like I like it theoretically. I like what the team's trying to do. We just can't actually do it.
We're taking steps back. The things that we were happy about, the things that we were happy about, are taking a step back. Look at Mark Delgado and Revolution. There's shadows of there's shadows of the players that we
even play.
No. I think they had a bad game. I thought they had a bad game on Saturday against. I thought they had a game back on Saturday. I don't think they're taking a step back. I think that's one of our core pieces that
taking a step back for sure.
Revolution is for sure taking a step back.
I think he took a step
back
too.
Where though? Where do we feel he's taking a step back?
When did I say? When was the part where I said Revolution had is having a bad season, and you guys were like, "What? No,
not you guys. No.
I don't think he is."
And I think he's having a terrible season.
I want to say terrible.
I thought he was having a decent season, but I feel like he is getting worse.
The last 2 games have been his worst. The last one,
I think the last game was bad. Yeah,
it was.
But the last one was bad for the Galo too. Like that was the most notable thing.
Play on Tuesday.
On Saturday against Portland.
Yeah, but everybody was shit though.
Yeah, see, but you can't say that when everyone was shit on Tuesday. You can't pick and choose when someone's good and when someone's not. You gotta call a spade a spade. Stop being off the bush about it. Yeah, Mark was shit.
I thought the guy was shit. Like I thought both of them were bad. They were not precise. But again, like it is part of that thing where like there was the lack of energy where we couldn't force Portland into making too many mistakes, and we resulted. Again, listen, shout out to Julian on the assist against Portland though. That's a dime. He put a dime on that cross. That in the Jean finishes. So shout out to them for that play. But it literally that goal was the only reason like why there was opportunities that late for us. Because that game was set. Like it was the 80th minute. I was like, oh yeah, we gotta take an L against Portland at home.
Oh hell no, I'm not missing Tona. Fuck that.
Yeah, me neither.
No, I'd rather have I'd rather have what we have now.
They had bad games. They had bad games, but that's a solid midfield. I'm not ready to move away from them.
No, I'm not at all. But I'm just saying we're the things that we're looking good, the things that we were hopeful for.
Excited for Mark and for
taking step backs.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. This is because I look back at the games. I think back at the games, and I don't see many games where I'm like, other than like Saturday, which was pretty evident to me that they had back games. Right? I can say the same thing about Edwards for sure. Like I think he's been like solid most of the season. Yes, he's had some mistakes here and there, but like he's been solid the whole fucking season. Julian hasn't been great, but he hasn't. I don't think he's the reason.
I think defensively, both of them have still been fine for the most part right now.
Yeah,
I think them getting involved in the attack has. I think Raheem Edwards has taken a step back in the attack, which we weren't expecting him to do that. But look at what he was doing for us at the beginning of the season. He hasn't done it since, and I think that was very helpful for the team. I don't know if teams have just locked onto him more when he pushes forward. Araujo, I don't think has been that effective either in a lot. He had that good cross to Dayan, right? That's pretty much it. But apart from that, same thing. Both of them haven't been that.
The week before too. He assisted him on the 4 goals, whatever. Like, listen.
Yeah.
So what I was trying to go through is like, I think Vasquez hurts a little bit because when he's on the field and he's on his day, he's great. but when he's off the field, the impact there, and when he's on the field and he's not on his point, the impact there because he's not. I mean, the goal. Was it the goal? Like he gets blown past by Blanco. Like if he wasn't there, I don't know if it was something to go, but it was a breakaway, and like or is it Chara or Blanco?
It's Jimmy Chara. It's Chara, but look, let me say what my beef is with that goal. Watch it again. He's when they break out of that counter, Jimmy Chara is in the back. He's on top of the 18.
Yeah.
Then he just sprints all the way from the 18 into that open space. What pisses me off is that he runs just right past Raveloson. And Raveloson, instead of following that mark, he goes wide and he hopes, or he doesn't communicate, doesn't do shit with who was trying to close him down, Williams, right, Derek Williams. But he kind of left Derek Williams there in no man's land, and that's not on Derek Williams. That's look at that whole play over. That's Raveloson being fucking lazy. But I told Eli when we watched the replay of that shit, dude. If you see Jimmy Chara running right past you and about to go to open space, fucking take him out right there. Get the yellow card in that part of the box. No, in that part of the field.
I think that's what Vasquez should have done though. Vasquez kind of turns around and I don't know what the fuck he's trying to do, but I think he should have caused the foul right there. Like I don't even think it was a yellow because they recognize he's old and he just couldn't get out the way, right? But like he does get out the way and it just goes right past him. I agree.
Which is fine. But what I'm saying is that if you look at it again, right, and that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. Raveloson had recognized because he was facing the box when the run started from Jimmy Chara, when the whole shit started in the back inside their 18 when we're trying to score that goal. Whatever happened there. Oh, and that was off of the Chicha play, right? Where he gave that cross and nobody was there to finish, right?
Yeah.
Remind me? So it was off of that. Yeah, it was off of that kind of, which is insane. We missed an opportunity. I know where the point is. You see that shit? Raveloson saw that shit. He knows Jimmy's running. He's going to catch up to him. Then you see him fly right by. Fucking trip his ass. Do something. Instead, he lets him run into the open space. He hopes he leaves his man in fucking no man land. Like, listen, at first, from my vantage point, where I was at in the stadium and I saw it, immediately I'm like, oh, Derek Williams, you got to come out. You got to close him out at top of the box. Don't let Jimmy come in there just like that and, fucking take him out, take the PK, do something, but do something. I watched the replay and I realized, oh, he was far from him. Like, just from my angle, looked like it was a little bit closer. But no, I saw it again and he got left in no man's land. That's had no fault, and that's not at all. And I think it was Derek Williams. It might have been the it was Williams, right? Yeah, he's left in no man's land, and that's all day fucking Raveloson. I mean, I was fucking livid when I saw it, bro. I was pissed because Jimmy ran from the top from their 18. I mean, defending their 18, just sprints a good fucking 70 yards or whatever that is from box to box, and does that shit.
Listen, I've been big on the team in transition defense. This has been good. Mostly because of position. But that play, the positions were all broken down. Our wingbacks were all pushed up. The midfield was not disorganized. You have to foul them, man. You have to bring them down.
Give me a second.
Yeah. You have to foul them. You have to bring them down, man. Like, and just not there. And it's a stupid goal. You know what I mean? Point was, I don't know what the change is needed for the G's right now because I can't necessarily pinpoint it to any player. Yes, I think Cabral and Grant Serra can hold accountability for some of that bullshit, but yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. This team is weird. I still think fourth place. I still think fourth place and holds the game in the playoffs. We'll see what we do. We'll come back in about a month when we're like 20 odd games in.
That's insane to me, man.
Yeah. Listen, look at the teams around us too, though.
Seattle's on.
They're not. Yeah. Again, Seattle. When we played against Seattle,
they were focused on Champions League.
We played a good game that game. No matter what
they were focused on Champions League. I could argue that too.
We played a good game that game, right? And against a team that gave us space. Point being is,
sorry, what I missed. Again, quick recap.
Nothing. I was saying that Seattle. He said that
teams around us.
Nothing. You're right.
Teams around us. I still think we're top four. I still think top four. I still think top four. It's just gonna be uglier than what I wish. Right?
I thought it was gonna be.
I don't think so. I thought it was gonna be top four, but like we're like a few points away from like.
You don't think Seattle ends up top four?
No,
that's crazy.
Wow,
not over the G's. I think the G's is a better team.
Who gets out of the top four right now?
No, you crazy.
Okay, right now, let's find out.
We have LAFC, Seattle, Salt Lake, Austin,
you think
and
the
Dallas.
Galaxy are better than Seattle?
Yeah.
Seattle's still the best team in MLS, dog. You fucking wilding right now.
Listen, we'll see when the play gets them at home. I'm telling you.
At home?
Yeah, at home.
Drake.
Again, fool. Look what happens when again we're gonna take away LAFC, Austin. We're gonna take Houston. We're gonna take Dallas out. Right? Let's take those out.
I'm taking out Dallas. Nope.
In my scenario, I'm taking them out and look at everything else. Right? The teams that they'll play, Seattle's gonna play. We'll go heads up with them, and I think I'll take my odds on them. Right? Like that's what I'm saying. Like I understand we're gonna struggle with the bottom half, but I don't think we'll struggle with the top half. I just don't. I don't.
We don't struggle with number one. I guarantee you, we're not gonna struggle with number one. With number three, we won't. RSL's another team that always comes to play. Dallas is a hit or miss. They're good.
Nah, no. RSL does not give RSL that credit. RSL is beating us.
Why not?
And RSL is beating us, but it's been ugly. It hasn't been like RSL.
They know how to win ugly. We know how to tie ugly. There's a difference.
Again, listen, man. Point being, and we definitely disagree. We'll disagree a lot.
Yeah, because you back up the team too much.
Yeah, I'm
you support the Galaxy too much. Yeah, me too. But you gotta say it for what it is, bro.
I do.
Right.
And listen, and you don't have to agree with how I back my arguments up, but that's how I see it, and that's how I see it generally, right? Like you hear me talking about Arsenal, and I'm talking about very similar fashion.
Oh, hell no.
Right? Again, see what I mean? There you go.
At the end of the day, I'm not from North London.
We're not going there. Yeah, exactly. And I'm a fan, but like I love the G's, which is a big difference, right? Like I'm a fan of the teams, but I love the G's. But I still see it that way, and I'm telling you, just if you look at MLS in general, I mean, look at the results this weekend against when we played against Portland, right? Like the team should have jumped us, and somehow we're there because it's fucking MLS, and it's the Western Conference. I think the players, again, if we take away the highest and take away the lowest, the average is where we're at, fourth place. So I think we could do it. And when games mean something, when the games are being played, I think on a real heads up, like both teams going after trying to get it, I think the Galaxy wins.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
The game on Tuesday meant something.
Yeah.
The second division. No, it's not.
Yeah, no, it is.
What's the difference?
Let's move into it. Let's move down, right?
Okay. All right.
The biggest difference there is that this team had won this game already before they went into the pitch. There's no fucking way that I come into the game about the fifth minute, right? We got there, come into the game fifth minute, and I look up when we're down 1-0.
You didn't expect that?
No. Listen, there's no excuse for Tuesday.
I'm thankful.
There's no excuse for Tuesday.
I'm thankful that I had a conversation in the car with Eli, with Lisa in there, because Lisa's my proof, and so is Eli. I said, because Eli was like, "Oh, so we're gonna make it to the final." He started yapping like you, right? About because they're a second division team. I'm like, hold up, you need to respect your opponent that you're gonna play, and I give him an example of him in the final, right? Because the same team that they played in the final smacked him right before they did the final, and then they played in the final. They were winning. They just got they barely lost in. So I give him the same example. You still have to play the opponent. Even doesn't matter. You need to okay, sure, you're the better team. Now go do it on the field. You still gotta respect them, but smack them with respect. So you're punching them. You're not slapping them. You're punching them, right? Slapping people is disrespectful. Punching them is cool. Sock them out. Sock them in the mouth over and over and over. That's cool. Don't slap them. Explain. And I told him, but knowing the Galaxy, we're not gonna do that. Don't be surprised if we're losing early on or if we lose this game. Because I don't feel confident. Like, but we're gonna beat them. They're a second division team. They're like, nope, no. And that's how I felt, 100%. Okay. And when they scored the goal, not surprised one bit.
See, you talk about you can't accept it because you expect better from the Galaxy, right? When I was talking about all this shit, I was talking about like you're like no, because the Galaxy needs to be better. When I was talking about their better defense, they're like they're not good enough. All that shit, right? So with your attitude, that's how I come into this game. Not because they're a second division team, it's because the Galaxy is the fucking Galaxy, and they're the MLS side, that's the USL side. You have to win. You have to win. It's not even like you should win. You have to win, right? Especially with the lineup you put out, because that's not scrubs. That's not a G2 mixed with G1 lineup. That's a lineup that we could see in the MLS game. So that's not a scrub. There's no fucking excuse. There's just no.
No, man.
There's just
to me,
no
I do.
excuse for this.
I'm sorry. It's to me. You play that game like it's a final. It's play your playoff game.
Yes.
Fuck that. I mean, it's a playoff
Yes.
game. You play
Yes.
play your best possible players. Give them whatever
Regardless,
you can.
no, but regardless of who's
But we
who's
didn't
in
do
the
that,
lineup.
bro.
We
Fucking
didn't.
Daniel
Exactly.
Aguirre is in there, dog. Are you serious? Like he was ass. Toe ass.
Leadham's our captain.
Leardom was fucking hot shit.
Again,
That's not a team that you got to play.
Listen, again, this side if they present this starting 11 in the MLS game, nobody's really batting a lot of eye. That team they
Because
played.
in an MLS game, I'm not betting an eye in an MLS game because I think about the logic. All right, we have 32 game season. We have 10 games to go. Chicha has rest his legs. We want to give some guys some rest. Blah blah. I get it. We have a game coming on the weekend. Blah blah. Cool. I get that. A regular season game, not a single fucking elimination game.
No.
It's way fucking different.
No.
Way
My
fucking
frustration
different.
with this is that Vanny talked that talk. This is the thing that we're gonna do. This is and the lineup that you put out. I don't give a fuck if that's what you're gonna
That team
talk.
should have won.
If you're gonna talk,
That team should have won. That
no,
team
it
should have
shouldn't
won.
have. No, it
Yes.
shouldn't have.
Yes, that team should have won. That team should have won. Regardless, bro. Like there's like that's an MLS side. That team that played is the MLS side. The team that came
they're
out,
good enough to be
it's
an
an
MLS.
MLS side. They should have won.
That team
game.
should be.
There's no fucking excuse.
Sacramento's good
There's
enough
no
to be in
excuse.
an MLS though. You need to know your opponent. Sacramento's good enough to be in the MLS.
No. Just in quality base, baby. Like you should have won that game. Just in energy, just in quality. You should have won that game. You should have played that game to win. But we
What
did.
on paper.
Bro, I only saw energy
That's-
really
no,
from like
we're
two
good.
players.
Yeah. That point. Yeah,
And that was
that's
pretty
what
much
I'm
it. Like
saying,
only two players are giving me everything that they could. Everybody was just half-assing that shit.
And then you
Yeah.
don't adjust. And then
No.
you don't adjust. As my shit is you don't adjust. Aguirre should have been out the first 30 minutes. I'll give him
Like,
20 minutes.
How do you
Hot
adjust 9
ass.
players not giving you energy?
Hmm?
How do you adjust 9 players not giving you energy? 8 players not giving you energy?
When you have a sub, why does Joveljic get off of that team? Why is he off? My man plays like 20% of every game. You're telling me he's tired? He's the one that wants to be on the fucking field. Why would you not play with 2 forwards at that moment in time? Why are you switching? You let Efra stay on there for 90 minutes? You're a bad coach.
100%.
Preach.
That's my argument.
I won't argue that. Listen, I won't argue that. Like, in fine, listen,
I understand his mindset about it.
you can argue
What's
that.
the mindset?
You can't be mad about the starting lineup though.
I'm mad about the switches. I'm mad about
I'm
switching
mad
it
about
up.
I'm mad at the fucking team in general, though, man. Because like that team,
I'm mad about the starting lineup. Fuck that. I'm mad about the starting lineup.
That starting 11 should have won. That starting 11 should have won.
Exception of 2 players. That's your weekly lineup.
Okay, then put those fucking put the best possible players in those positions.
One of those players
Anybody in the
are
18
heart of the team, though. One of those players in the heart of the team. The midfield is the heart of this team.
Listen, any of those 18 players
had a bad
who was
game.
on that starting 11 should have.
I get it with had a bad game.
Any of the starting 18 should have won that game, man.
He wasn't the worst player on the
General.
field though.
I mean, come on now. What the fuck are we talking?
Well, you're saying the subs.
He's the heart of the team. That midfield position is the heart of the Galaxy. That's what makes it beat. And when one player's off there, everybody's off. I'm not blaming it on Aguirre that everyone was trash. That's not it.
Hey, I'm not blaming on him either. I'm not blaming. He's a
But
kid.
you need to make sure that those two that are in there, that are dictating the pace. We don't get that from him.
But listen, like I think, for you could give Vanny all the shit you want, but he called it exactly how it was on his press, right? If that everybody knew that Sacramento was gonna give it his all because that's a fucking final for them. Like every single game they played before, there's been a final for them, right? The gap in quality, or at least what the gap in quality that should be there, was non-existent on Tuesday. Not only that, but if you're not on your day, and then you don't even match the energy Sacramento did, man, I don't give a fuck, dog. Like starting 11 or not, like it could have been all the back 18. It could have been whatever it was. If any of those players come out with the attitude the team came out with, like we're never gonna win that game, bro. I walked in there 5 minutes into the game and we were losing 1-0, and the worst part about it didn't seem like the Galaxy understood they were losing 1-0 in a fucking knockout game. They tied the game. And it felt like they had just got the lead or something. Because there wasn't that urgency to, all right, let's get another and the other one and the other one. Right? You remember the urgency that you felt when Joveljic scored that goal against or he gave that assist against Austin, and then it just felt like it was an avalanche that just came like that's the type of energy I expect after he scored the first goal. Own goal, by the way.
Yeah, it wasn't even our goal. No creativity against the Sacramento team. Own goal on a corner kick.
USL side, bro.
We couldn't even score against the USL side.
And then that second goal.
God.
That second goal. Listen, you're not in rhythm or whatever it was, but that's what, like 20 odd yards out?
That's a practice. That's a practice.
save
That's
that.
a practice.
And that's not no pace on it. You're there.
But I don't want to hear it though about that specific goal. I don't want to hear about that fucking goal. Fuck that. You have the rest of the fucking Are you serious?
Hey,
we gotta leave after that. What did the team do for the rest of the fucking
I have a
game?
question
We
for
needed an
everybody.
own goal. We couldn't even score a fucking goal. An own goal.
I have
An
a
own
question
goal.
about. You know how everyone's been. Oh, we need to win Silverberg. Without us knowing that Saturday's not happening again. If you're the coach, what game are you going to put more importance to?
What we're talking about, Vasquez?
My importance is this playoff game.
Yeah,
it's
okay,
that game. That's my importance.
Leave your whole like your fan base, your heart. Oh, Saturday's a rivalry game. That's fine.
Galaxy IFO doesn't give a shit about this San Jose game. Let's be honest.
Okay,
here.
So why not put a starting 11 against the same starting 11 we put against LAFC, the same starting 11 we put against Austin? If we're that good, we go out there, we spank that ass, and then we start making those subs, and then we get comfortable for the game on Saturday. Why not have that thought process?
100%.
Why? I'm not an MLS coach.
Agreed.
Why do you not
100.
think that fucking way?
Preach, motherfucker, preach, and that's my shit.
Sure.
You put the best fucking players you can. Sure. Go out there, win this game. Give me 45 minutes. Fuck them up in those 45 minutes.
Worst case scenario, we play those 90 with that 11, and then we go into San Jose, and then we'll figure it out there against a team that's in 14 plays that gives up 34 goals.
Yes, Rudy cares about Rudy cares about what position the team is in.
So let's clarify something, right?
Preach, motherfucker, preach.
We're talking about Vasquez and Cheech. Yeah.
No,
we're talking about our most creative player and our best and our best DP player, supposedly.
Sure.
Of course, I'm talking about those two.
Okay, cool. And you guys tell me that if they start, we win that game.
Better chance.
Vasquez has a bigger say in it.
Man,
Vasquez is a veteran player.
Okay.
Who's the veteran player that we look at when we get scored on? Who's the veteran player in that squad?
Again, that team had no fucking energy, right? So maybe those two bring a little more energy.
He brings a lot of energy. Listen, regardless of what he's finished, he gives you a lot of energy. That's one thing I will give him. He gives you a lot of energy. Does he not? Right, you don't think so?
No, I'm not saying that they wouldn't. I'm not saying that they wouldn't.
Okay,
I'm
you're just talking about energy right now. I'm telling you about energy.
Yeah, I don't think that there would have been enough for that game, right? Because most of those players felt like they were going to win that game.
Yeah.
Like, and again, in his team shit against Portland, I think like there was a lack of energy for different reasons. There was a lack of energy trying to press and get the ball back, right, at home.
They thought the show was gonna be easy, dog.
Against Sacramento, I think that's what it is. That they
whose fault is that?
Whose
fault is that?
Everybody's fault. No, the staff, the players, everybody.
The players. No, the players, baby.
No,
the players.
Everybody's fault because
the energy, nah, man. You're in the field.
Those subs are stupid as fuck.
Cool.
They bring in Cheech.
Cool. Listen, that's cool. That's fine. I'm okay.
1-1. And you take out your fucking
your best goal scorer right now, your hottest player right now. The only player right now that has ice in his veins.
And you take out Cabral to put in Efra, dog. I mean, to keep Efra in. Oh, that shit was the fucking dumbest shit, bro. Dumbest shit I've ever seen in my fucking life, dog. I don't ever want to see Efra play on this stupid ass team, dog. I swear to fucking God, I don't want to hear it ever again, dog.
You're not wrong.
Damn, ever again, haters thinking about Chicky Noogies.
I'll take LeBron 10 times over 100% on the field.
Yep, 100. Yep.
I never want to hear that shit, bro. Never want to hear that shit.
Chicky Noogie,
shit was so stupid, bro. That's why I'm hot. Yes, energy, 100% is on the players. 100%. The staff too, though. What kind of dumbass subs is that? You're 1-1 at home in a playoff game, and you need a fucking goal. Well, we were playing to tie? We were playing to go into penalties?
Penalties.
Dumbass shit, bro. Dumbass shit.
Again, listen. I won't argue anything you guys said, right? You guys think they should start whatever? Like that's fine. Like I'm not arguing none of that.
No, I'm not mad at the starting 11.
I'm not arguing none of that. I am going to argue though. Like regardless of all of that, man. The 11 players who started that fucking game should have played harder. Should have won that game early on. The 11 players who started, regardless of what the names are, man. Like that team should not only feel that they should win, they should come out in the field and actually win, bro. and they had no like they had
Did you guys
they
see
did none of that.
what the Sacramento player said after the game?
No,
He had
No.
an interview, and he said that he felt like the G's didn't take this game seriously, and that's why they took it. And that's what it was, dog. These fools didn't show up to play.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was bad.
got it.
It was fucking. It was just.
What's
and
crazy
it's
to me is
crazy,
that
man.
with the the Galaxy didn't see what happened against San Jose. Are you not paying attention to the other teams, to what everyone else is doing?
No, because we're
They
the
beat San Jose.
Galaxy.
Well, yeah, clearly, right? Shit, it's
That's the
insane, man.
mindset.
It's fucking wild to me. Shit's fucking nuts.
Here's what I don't get, man. Because like it goes back to saying like I'm not sure what I would like if my decisions on what I would do to change the Galaxy, how to fix the Galaxy right now. I'm not really sure because what Vanny's saying, what he's saying, what he's at least trying to transmit publicly to the team is on point. Your captain, he's saying he called them out, right? He said this team didn't play up to Sacramento. They wanted to go out there and just touch the ball around when Sacramento was going to rush him and push you and try to do anything. The team never showed up and answered back with the same energy. Right? They didn't use energy. I think he used another term to it. But like, essentially that. She's just been telling these was the same thing. Like yo, this is not acceptable. We got to do better. We can't let this happen. So the players and the staff and the people who we think should be putting the energy and calling people out and doing that shit is happening, at least in my opinion. But there is no response with the players, the surrounding players that need to have the response. Right? Like,
cool, man, you can talk all you want, but that ain't shit. And that's what you're referring to. Kind of well, at least that's how I'm taking it, Rudy. It's cool. There's all this talk. There's all this talk. Yes, he's saying all the right things.
He's been a lot about talk.
Right, exactly. But then Masa just talked to you about the substitutions and his changes and why Masa was pissed. Right? Listen, Masa, how often do you actually hear him get mad like that? Not that much. And I get that he was frustrated, but for him to actually speak his frustrations to me, that means a lot to me because I've known this guy for the longest time and we talk soccer all the time.
Bro, you should have seen me at the fucking game. I was sitting by Lars because I wanted to. I was like, for sure, these motherfuckers gonna score second half. Let me move over to where they're shooting at. Bro, 5 minutes in silence watching Sacramento celebrate in front of me, dog. And not one word for just sitting there like in disbelief. I couldn't believe this shit. And then it clicked. Like these subs were stupid. Like I didn't get it, bro. Like I really didn't get it. I was beyond pissed, bro. Like
I'm still get Vandy off my squad, baby.
Like I didn't want to agree with George. I didn't want to agree with George, dog. But some of these subs are questionable. Yeah, we play nice or whatever, but this motherfucker's trying to make what I've been trying to fucking say, that we're a counterattacking team. No one fucking he tries to masquerade it as a possession-based team. But give again, the other team a fucking possession, bro. Because we better on the offense. We're better when we play the long ball into space. That's what we are.
But you understand? You understand? We're not counterattack team. We just exploit the possession. I mean, exploit spaces, right? And if we give the ball away, there's no please. We argue this about time.
I mean, if you press them high, yeah, you can, because then they make a bad play, a bad pass, and you come out in the transition, you come out of the counter.
So that's exactly what we're trying to do, and that's exactly what we don't do. That's exactly what I've just been saying this whole fucking the whole time.
So back to George, who said we're trying to do two different things, and none of those shits work out. Vanny ain't shit. That's what you're saying right now.
No,
we're trying to do this.
That's not what I'm saying.
We're trying to do that. We don't do it.
But again, the one thing I've been saying consistently throughout the whole show, right, is the players not bringing the energy for it. Because when we do it, like listen, when we seen Jova like put the high press, and then Cheech follows them, and Cabral and Garcia follow him. Reveloso and Delgado step up to midfield, and you have Edward and Julian coming in. When we press like that, we get the ball back often, and we do it. What happens is that Jova or Cheech goes, Granzier or Cabral forgets to go. Nobody else shifts up, and then
Granzier doesn't forget to go, bro.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Granzier was like the only player that put in.
That's still one of the only players.
No,
because you're a hater. That's because you're a hater. No, because you're a hater. Like, straight up. He was the only player, to me, in my opinion, that kept trying something.
I wasn't referring to one game.
It wasn't always pretty good. He was trying. He was the only one working. He tried Portland, too.
I wasn't referring just to this game. I wasn't just referring to this game. I'm just saying in general.
Right now we're talking about this game. And in general, you guys don't like him. I get it. That's fine. But at least this game, he was the only one, in my opinion, that was trying shit. That was...
But we lost.
And we
we
did
lost.
because
I
he's
think you're
he's
reaching.
one
But we
of the
lost.
few players.
I,
He's one of
I,
the few
I
players
think
that
you
was not
magnify. I think you magnify him. I'm not saying he's trash, but I think you magnify him on one good play and say, "See, this is the only one." That's not rightfully so either. It's just sure
How am I magnifying him?
Uh,
How am I
we had a
magnifying him?
conversation about him. Be like, "Oh, did you see him press? I told you he had
Yeah,
one.
and then I
press.
told you, yeah,
He had
because I
one
fucking
press.
love him, and I admitted to that shit, yeah, for sure. But and I said
that
that,
translates.
yeah,
That translates
that's
when you
cool.
say right here.
But not right now, and I was very. I'm
yeah,
saying it right
right
now
now
about this
too.
fucking game. Are you serious? You guys are fucking insane.
Yeah, right now
He was the
too.
only one actually trying shit.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck them all. We lost that game against Sacramento, and that's inexcusable. Everybody in the field, everybody who played that game, like it's inexcusable.
Yeah, there's
We
no
lost that
moral
game.
victory that you're the only one that tried.
No, fuck everybody. They lost against Sacramento. And again, like there's been talk about like we need civil war,
Ramamasa
right?
though, it's everybody though. It's not just him. I mean, it's not just the players.
No,
It's
no,
everyone.
yeah.
And I agree. It's everyone.
Cool. And listen, I put the blame mostly on the players because of me, like tactics are shit. Everything else shit. Just fucking, you're out there playing. You're actually playing. You're the one that putting the effort out, right? What your coach had told you, which everything, but like the effort on the field wasn't there, man. And that bugged the fuck out.
But when GBS was coach, it was the opposite.
Thank you. Preach.
No.
Oh, GBS wanted to do this, and that, and he'll call out his players publicly, and it's like, oh, it's not on the players, it's just a bad tactic.
No. That's bullshit.
Bro,
Yo, man. When GBS was coach, when GBS was coach, I said the same shit. Like, I don't give a fuck about the coaching, but fucking leave it in the field. Like, die in the field for me. We said that as collectively the part. We said that with GBS. I had problems with GBS too, but with the way he was doing shit. But like, I wanted to play same shit I'm saying today. That game against yourself, especially against yourself, against Sacramento. If none of the tactics are working, don't get outworked by this team. Show, fight for this, like win it. But there was a lack of intensity the whole fucking game. I said, like after we scored the goal, it felt like we took the lead somehow. Because again, we crept back to like not necessarily pressing them. Your south side. Come on, like like it didn't show, but there's a gap in quality there. There's a gap in salary there. There's a gap in everything there. The boys didn't come out.
They wanted,
and that's a problem.
It is a problem. Man.
That's the problem. That's the problem. That's why to me, like, and listen, I like Vanny. I don't think Vanny is mistake free. I don't think Vanny is perfect. Right? I don't think like he's without fault. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying though, like, tactically, it's shown when they're on point. Like this could work.
2-3 games.
Tactically, okay, for your opinion, but I when tactically, I think because even again, I don't want to go with circles. I think technically it could work, right? But he's not fault. The biggest problem to me is like the fact that players like don't commit to it.
What
I
don't like is when we win, you say, see, we could do it, but when we lose, like, no, wait. Look at what happened that was good. You have to call a spade a spade.
Yeah, no. Like, man, listen, my argument has been that we've been doing this set that we haven't been able to finish the whole season, right? Until May, where we just took a dip, like horrible dip in my opinion, in form. But prior to that, I've been saying like what we did against Austin. No, maybe not Austin. We did it at LAFC because Austin was a lot, but we did it at LAFC. Like the way they played, the way they played, not fuck the scoreline, is what we have been trying to do. It just kind of maybe a little extra because it's LAFC. But again, take those away. I think we've still been trying to do the same thing. They haven't even figured it out, right?
Listen, we could play LAFC every week. We'd be an undefeated team. That's all that matters. But
what's the difference? What's the difference? What's the difference between those games and the other games?
Players show up. Players are excited about it. That's it.
So that's why I put the blame on the players, because if they show up every single game, those tactics work.
Didn't players show up to GBS against LAFC?
Yeah,
but a lot of these players right now are GBS positions and GBS players. So I'm GBS. Sorry, yes, my GBS. I got him in my head now. Vanny's players. So now this is on him. A lot of this is on him now, because now you're relying on Victor Vasquez, who can't even fucking play 45 minutes now, apparently, right? You were hoping Chicken Nugget would be something, and this motherfucker is not even Chicken Nuggets. He's like that fucking I don't know. He's a fucking I don't know. He's like Hamburglar. Yeah, he's like that's what he is.
Nah,
like that
tight, dog.
Like whatever, bro. He's just whatever's nasty. At least people like the McDonald's chicken nuggets. I don't know. He's fucking Wendy's chicken. No, Wendy's chicken nuggets are good. Whatever. You get the point, bro. You get the point. He's not even. He's terrible. He's ass. And now look. If you at least come out publicly Now, let me tell you what his saving grace now would be for me. If you come and tell me, you know what, I need to send an attacking midfielder for the way I want to play.
He did say that though.
Not really. No, he did not. He didn't really say that though. No, he didn't.
He called Efra out.
Yes, he did. He called Efra out.
He called Efra out. He's like, Efra,
because he didn't develop the player. Exactly. Yeah, he didn't develop the player I want him to be.
An attacking midfielder is literally what he said.
Or he like said 2 weeks midfielder. Ago,
3 weeks ago.
He said a midfielder. He said attacking midfielder.
When he specifically said because Efra wasn't it. Not in those words, but he literally said that. Okay. So there's your saving grace.
There you go. Well, I guess he has saving grace. Now he better go do it because
he also thought that Marky Delgado was a reason to be pushed up. That's why we needed a defensive midfielder. So I mean, how much are we going to trust?
Rudy said this shit a few weeks back that the Reveloson was creative and he was up in attack. I told you no, he wasn't, and you gave me shit for it.
I think he is
because of what he did last season, but he hasn't. Okay,
I think he is. Again, man, listen, I because he had a couple, really one really bad game against Portland, and he hasn't been up to par where he's been playing at. Like he's a good player. Listen, regardless of how we feel about players in there, yeah, you're right. This is Vanny's team. To me, this is Vanny's team, right?
The only player that's not is Cheech. Maybe
could be.
It's still up in the air. It's still up. No, because Cheech was already here when he came. That was already before you. But everything else has been his decision. The Costa.
That one's the one. Again, but listen,
it might be FO. I don't know, but if you're Greg Vanny, if you requested, I need to make my decisions the way I want. There's a lot to it.
Listen, so I'm not ready to say Vanny out. Like, I mean, some of you guys are.
But I'm not saying Vanny out. I'm just saying, like, you criticize GBS for the same shit Vanny's doing right now.
No.
Yeah.
No. 100%. No. I can see what Vanny's trying to do, and sometimes the players get it and they perform it and it looks good, right? Even and I'm not talking about this. I'm not talking about this. I was gonna say I'm not gonna.
It only works when teams gives the space.
No. Again, man. Yeah, all right, listen. Let's not go circles. What I'm trying to say is like that's the difference between GBS and Vanny, right? But what I was trying to get at is like I'm not ready to say he's out for me. But what is it at the end of the season that makes him be out for you guys?
Vanny?
At the end of the season, yeah. Like what's the scenario where he's out?
Not making playoffs.
Not making playoffs.
So playoffs he's in?
Yeah, playoffs is in. We're the Galaxy. We're the Galaxy.
Yeah.
That's what we're in for right now. That's our thing.
Playoffs. He has to make playoffs.
Not because we're the Galaxy. Not because we're the Galaxy.
No. I'm saying
you guys are AEG.
Playoffs, he buy himself one more season.
If I were AEG,
you AEG, like not what's gonna happen. I'm not asking for prediction. I'm asking like like for you guys in your scenario, you're AEG. You're running the show.
If I were AEG, I'd cut him now and bring in a coach that's going to start making moves, and we're not going to wait until the offseason.
That's the thing, though. Let me tell you why I don't say it's as AG, and we can't think like AG. And I was having a conversation with Galaxy Rumors, dude. I don't know the AG financials. I don't know the other Galaxy financials. But AG is one of the richest companies in the world for a reason. They're not in the business of not making money. If
this is hypothetical. You're going too deep into this. This is hypothetical. I was saying like in this scenario, you're AG, like
But that's exactly the point. This is why I think Chris Klein hasn't also gotten let go. I think the Galaxy is making money somehow. We're being profitable somewhere, and as long as we're profitable, I don't think they give a shit.
But that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking.
Yeah, so don't bring up AG because they're not gonna get rid of him. But you're AG.
You're AG. I'm not asking what the real company does. You're AG.
I can't think hypothetical because fine.
Right, we're making money with Zlatan. Fine. How is this so hard to answer? We were making money with Zlatan and GBS got out.
Masa, same question. You said, like, what does he do? Like, what is it that you move from Vanny? Because I think he's locked. I think he's locked for another year at least, right?
What I move from Vanny is I wait for the summer window. I see what he does this summer window. Obviously, there's an idea that what he wants to do. It's not working, like half of the time, which is not good enough. But I still feel like he's missing players. If he's gonna bring in another 1-2 players and see where the team goes, what kind of player he brings in, and if that shit still doesn't work by the end of the season, then I have to cut my ties.
How many players are we giving him?
What do you mean, bro?
I'm saying before we start saying, because we're giving him so much time. Most of the players that are
That's
in
the
are his
problem, though.
players.
That's been the problem the last 6 years. No one gets time. No one gets time, and with a bullshit ass roster, no one gets the time to
This is
rebuild
his bullshit ass roster. It's the problem.
But I don't think it's a bullshit roster though. Like this is not a
And
bad
you don't
roster.
feel like he's missing pieces?
Yeah, he is. He's missing
We're
pieces.
still sitting
He's
on a
missing pieces,
1.6 TAM.
Yeah, no, we're missing pieces. We're missing pieces.
I mean,
sure.
it could have been a DP time, but instead we got Douglas Costa, right?
Look, man, I don't think 1 through 18 or 1 to 23 is trash in this team. Not anymore. Like you remember the feeling we had about last year's and the years before that team where we wanted like 8-9 players to get the fuck out, like get them off my squad type of shit. I don't have that same feeling right now, right? Because even you know who's the one player right now that's like get the fuck out my squad?
Mickey Noogie.
Yep. Because Granzier, I'll keep Granzier around.
Yeah, of course.
Right? Bring somebody
Were
else.
we doing better last year than we are right now?
Better?
Were we doing better last year at this time than we're doing right now?
I think it's around the point where we just took a massive shit.
To me, yes. But again, like Delgado, Reveloson, Williams, Koulibaly, Bond, Edwards, who else? Who else here? Give me who else? Jovelik. Like none of these players, I want them off my squad. What Masa's saying, bring a big piece to connect the midfield and to supplement the players, right? Maybe move some of the players that we're not using.
We're missing one player.
Yeah, my problem is then why risk it on Douglas Costa? Why risk a DP spot? Why?
Okay, but that already happened though. I'm telling you, he asked me where I go right now.
Dog, but I don't understand. I don't understand your thought process when it comes to that. Dog, he needs 1 or 2 more players. Then
he does need 1 or 2 more players.
Okay, then why have that? It could have been a 1 DP player, and we
couldn't have been. If we would have gotten any other DP player that's working right now, we would still need 1 more player because the roster spot's there. We have the money. Just
okay, yes, to make it work.
But right now we wasted
it. To add to it, you're saying to add to it.
Wasted DP slot for sure.
Now we're adding to make it work. We would have been adding now to add to it. We're not adding to make it work. We want to make it work now.
You know, at least I'm seeing what's his face? The other Frenchie that nobody likes too.
Cabral?
Help me out. Cabral. At least he's playing the fucking games. Yeah. Maybe one day it clicks. Maybe someday he goes for Olimpia with Brujo and he starts making the right pass or putting balls away because his work, he runs, he does all that stuff. But at least he's playing. Where's Costa though? He was supposed to be the marquee signing.
But we already.
But I think from the jump, nobody was hyped about, like, at least in this pod, nobody was hyped about the Costa. We're like, this is dumb signing, right? Like, so like
stupid.
And also this is definitely, at least, and I said this out loud before. This is, to me, it rings as FO signing. This is Gerard signing.
Agreed.
This is, you know what I mean? Like, this is Gio signing. This is just like a marquee name.
As a coach.
Maybe. Like, listen, he's coach.
But he's not
GM.
even big name.
But he's not a marquee player. That's my shit. Like, it cannot be FO. Like,
what did you say, Masa?
No. I think. Listen,
I hear what Masa said.
Huh? I think
Douglas Costa's not a big player. Like,
he's not.
He's taking up a big spot. That's the difference.
But what I'm saying is, you think
arguing that
Gerard was a big draw? Bigger than Costa, but like in the LA market, I don't think he was like, you know what I mean? He didn't get the pop like Gio. That one was like, that one market.
I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong. Let me tell you why. Because there's a big market here for Premier League, not for the Italian league, not for the Bundesliga. That's the reality. In a lot of the teams that Douglas Costa's played, if you would have played for a fucking Liverpool, and he would have been a star there, or an Arsenal, he would have been a star there, or Manchester United, he would have been a star there. It's a different story.
Again,
that's the story.
Sure, like I'll give you that Gerard's a bigger name. I don't think it's a big market. So I do believe this is a fucking FO signing. At least I'm hoping so, because it doesn't make sense, right? And it doesn't make sense. I'll blame it on the FO because I'll give Benny the benefit of that. Everything else, like, listen, even Cabral, right? Everybody's giving shit because that's his player. You banked on him. Okay, like, we've all seen the potential he probably saw. I think we all know this inflated, that he might not never reach that, but we've seen what he saw in that, right? Reveloson, like, whatever you guys want to say, he took a step back. He's still not a bad player.
Cabral, right?
Cabral, like all the players he's pulled in. Delgado, Edwards, who he recognized from TFC and he brought him in. Like, listen, he's recognizing good players. And if he thought Costa was it, and it's not, that's on him. But that's, let's say him and Cabral are just complete bust. The other players, they're workable. And how many times we've seen bring in mass players and have multiple players just not be it? Like, we've done this often. He has a better trajectory right now than Siggy, GBS, and then came before Bruce. After Bruce, I mean. Or no? Am I wrong on that?
I guess my thing was.
I feel that they were thrown onto the coach, and in this way, I don't think that they were thrown onto Vanny.
I know, but again, and again, do you think this roster is bad? I'm not this serious one. Like,
I do not think this roster is bad, but the difference is that the bad players that we think are, one, taking up a big spot, and two, players that he brought on himself. In the past, they were bad players that were given to the coach. That's my difference.
Not always, but even at that, like, it's 18-month deal with Costa, right? It's not a cheat deal where it's like 4 years, 3 years plus an option, right? Like, so even at that, there's an out there, right?
I don't think we have the backbone to cut it off with him, though.
With Cheech?
No, with Costa.
No, I don't think we do. But again, even if we're married to it, it's just one more season.
One more season of the shit? Come on.
With Costa, I get it. I get it. It's not
and then we give Vanny another year because Doga Costa's not his guy.
No.
Well, that's the thing, though. Like it's hard for me to say, yeah, I want Vanny out at the end of the season, because at the end of the day, we've only given other coaches 2 seasons max. And this is like the first time that
with teams they don't build. That's the difference.
Yeah.
And he started building it last season, and he added more pieces this season.
This is real,
and he has
okay. So
this is his squad for me. That's the problem.
We don't make playoffs. What happens?
No, well, we don't make playoffs, and that's his fuck up, because he had enough time from then to here to fucking build something, at least to make playoffs.
Yes.
At least to make playoffs this season. If he doesn't make playoffs this season, at the end of the season, you gotta let him go.
As average as they are, they're sitting 5th right now, right? If they can, at minimum, keep the pace right now that they set, then I'm with you guys. Like, whether maybe not
that happens, though.
If
that happens and he's gone, it's got to be it for Chris Klein, man.
What trajectory do you see the Galaxy going right now? Do you see them going positive or negative?
I see them staying where they're at. That's what I'm saying, 5th or 4th place. Like, I'm banking them 4th because I don't want to get that too. But I think they're average. They're right there.
Well, because they have positives and negatives. Like Adams, they mix, so neutral. There you go, perfect.
I think that's what they're like. And what's fucked up is that they give me the illusion that they could be better, and I get excited, right? All right, let me take a step back. And they are who they are. They're just the average ass team. So I think that's a sign for us to get the fuck out of here. No structure in the show at all today, but we
said we were going to be here 30 minutes, and then we started yelling.
I just need to talk shit, man. I just need to talk shit. It just.
I feel better. You guys feel better?
I feel better.
I'm gonna say one last tangent, and we'll close this shit out and answer questions.
All right,
here.
Go ahead.
We have questions. We have good questions.
I wasn't gonna go to the game on Tuesday. Because I have my kid. Now my kid has gone to maybe like 4 games with me in total. She doesn't like 4th period. So I wasn't gonna go because she was here, and I asked her, "Hey, let's go to Galaxy game," and she said, "Okay." I'm like, fuck, hell yeah, let's go to Galaxy game, right? Got the tickets I needed. And in my head, I'm like, dope, we're going to win today. My baby's going to be, come back after like 8 years. She's going to enjoy a nice Tuesday night. It was the longest day of the year or whatever it was. It was nice out too. It was, fresh. Beautiful. Yeah. Motherfuckers, though. Like, they couldn't just let me have it. Huh? They couldn't just give me the mad, dog. My daughter said I'll be back when I'm 21 so I can drink with you. And that's cool. I say cool. It sounds like a deal. Like, I fucked with that. Horrible, man. Like, with that being said, though,
did she see you mad?
No,
I really try to play it off, dog. But like,
yeah,
what's up with me? I knew his vibes were off, because my vibes were off, right? And like, I was ready to smack motherfuckers in front of me, bro. I didn't give a fuck. Like, I was ready to throw hands with whoever said something stupid, bro.
I have a kid, so like
I didn't take my kids because they complain about late games. They want to go to bed like at halftime, and I'm like, nah, I'm not bringing you. I'm happy they didn't witness that.
With that being said, though, man, like, we made was that quarterfinal, right? And lost to the Czech Republic, in the past we've lost to USL and NASL teams in the round of 16 and the fifth round.
The Railhawks.
Railhawks,
Again, we've been here before.
seasons,
Like, listen,
baby.
unfortunately,
Back-to-back
we've been here before, and we've gone to have better seasons. So let's hope for that.
You know what's fucked
I'll
up
hope
though?
for that. You guys
Sacramento
could be-
Republic. They're hosting next round against Kansas City.
Yeah, listen,
Yeah.
man, it was set up quite
We're
unfortunate
fucking
that we
idiots, man.
fucked it up.
It was on a-
garbage.
it
It
was
was
on a
set up.
silver
It was
platter
set up,
for
man.
us, boys.
Pathetic.
It was
You
on
know,
a silver
the
platter
one-
for us.
The one way I won't be mad about this is if Sacramento takes CCL. I mean, takes the Open Cup. If they win the whole shit, fuck it, dog. We lost to the champions.
Oh, that means we could have been champions. That means we could have been champions, dog.
Well, you know what that means,
Oh.
right?
And then we have a USL team representing CONCACAF in the CCL.
Well, and that's what I tell you, MLS is going to be forced to move to 32 teams, and Sacramento's going to be that 32nd team.
And then they're gonna
They
fuck us
should.
in MLS too.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's crazy.
Hey,
They
man,
fucked up. They fucked up G's 2 on Saturday, and they fucked us up after. That's crazy, huh? That's dope. Congratulations, Sacramento, Daddy.
Hey, shout out to
Papi.
shout out to
Hey,
Bo
listen.
for calling. Bo called the 2 victories in 1 week against Sacramento.
Who?
So shout about the little homie Bo.
Oh.
I don't even know him, but shout out to him. 'Cause he tweeted that
Well,
out. Got that one wrong.
Mm.
Join the boat. Join the boat, baby. Come here.
Yeah.
Listen, US Open Cup, it sucked. It really did suck. The Galaxy should never go through that embarrassment because we're the Galaxy. Right? I know you don't want to hear it, but it's fucking true. We should never go to embarrassment. That's embarrassing. Not the first time it happened, not the last time it's gonna happen. League wise, we're right in the mix, like I've been saying. Let's see what the second part of the season brings us. What's up? We got questions?
Garbage, bro.
yep. First question: will you
We'll
guys
see.
go live when Rudy gets his tattoo?
Yeah, we could do that.
You get a tattoo? What tattoo?
You were here for that one,
quarterfinal-
no? You weren't?
Fuck have you been?
Quarterfinal championship?
No. You weren't here for this?
No.
So we have
What
the 2 going on. We have the 2 bet going on with George.
What's the tattoo bit?
I have to get if we don't finish 4th or above, I'm getting a Kool-Aid man.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's right.
If we finish,
you're right.
If
All
we
right,
do
we'll go
finish,
live. Yeah,
George's
we'll
getting
be
a
there.
4.
We'll go live.
So-
We'll go
so
live
yeah.
for that when it happens. Yeah, 4th or higher.
oh.
All right, Kool-Aid man.
Yep.
All
All
right.
right. Danger
Well,
wants to
hold
know.
on, really quick. Shout out to George. He took a shot on Saturday.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
didn't
yeah.
score.
Cause and Corey. Remember we did that bet that
Yeah,
Chicharito won his score on
yeah.
Saturday night. So yeah, shout out to George for taking
I
it.
keep
'cause
my
Cheech
bets,
did
y'all.
it. Yeah,
I keep my-
yeah. Shout out George. He did. Yeah.
All right, Danger Tiro wants to know: being the path to a trophy was supposed to be much easier. Was the U.S. Open Cup loss worse than missing the playoffs? Oof.
No.
Oof.
No.
I say yes.
Right now, yes.
I say yes.
Right now, yes, but no, dog, because
No.
playoffs is what, 9 spots? Like, you have to finish.
Okay.
9, you can make playoffs.
Still though, look how
Okay.
many rounds it took us to get to this silver platter. You guys just talked about it. Silver fucking platter.
That's my thing. My reasonable being is I understand you guys say once we make playoffs, is anybody shoot. I see as being a first round elimination team, any playoffs that we go to, especially last year, with no CCL in sight.
Nah, you know
With
what?
this,
You're right.
with this,
Yeah,
it was on a silver platter for us to be in CCL.
Open
That's
Cup
all we
is-
want. Listen, that's what we crave. Listen, I don't even care about MLS Cup right now. I just want to get back into Champions League. Now, the way that my logic is, if you're an MLS Championship contender team, if you're winning Supporters Shield, or if you're an MLS champion, or if you're a US Open Cup champion, you're supposed to be a solid team. That gives you an opportunity to be a contender at very minimum in Champions League. Right now, fuck, man.
No,
I'm
you're
sad.
right.
That's why I'm
This is
sad, bro,
worse.
because I want a Champions League. Like that's what I've been wanting. And it's different for a lot of people. I get that. A lot of people just want to, get back to MLS, but I think that they correlate is if you're a good MLS team, if you're winning, listen, you have to be at least. There's been some situations like was it DC United a few years ago when they won their US Open Cup, obviously shambles, right? But at least in our current form, I think if we would have won this Champions League, I would be this US Open Cup. I'd be on Rudy's boat. That hey, you know what? We are making strides to being a better team. Because I was on here on this podcast after SoCal United, the right at Universal Studios, that it was a terrible game, but guess what? We found a way to win. And I'm the one that said that shit. I don't give a shit how you win these games in this tournament. It's a tournament style. Just fucking win the games. I don't give a shit. It doesn't have to be pretty. Just find a way to win. And that was not the case. That was not the case.
You guys are 100% right. Like this one sucks, especially because it was laid out in a clear path for us to get to the final and CCL berth. But again, we've lost US Open in the 5th round and the 4th round, and gone on to win MLS. And those years, same shit, right? Like we had Railhawks and I remember at least one of the years we had Railhawks and there was an upset in the other leg too, so we would have had the same scenario we had this year, and we lost the Railhawks, right? And we went out to have. Right now, it looks grim because of Portland, because of getting knocked out versus Sacramento. 15 games into a season, though, right? That means we have 19 more games of regular season to go. Let's ask this question again come October, right? Because I think if we're riding high, again, I'm not saying that's what we are going to be. It changes perspective. If we're not,
hey man,
then
you run out of sugar. You run out of sugar. You got to start fucking. You got to feed me Nutella now because sugar.
Follow up question to that. So October, the easiest way to Champions League, and we blew it. Do we make Champions League, and how does that look like?
No, we're not making Champions League this year.
We good if we win the cup.
Oh, hey, you're funny, damn.
No,
hey, you're funny, Woody. Oh,
again, selective hearing, right? Because I said no. Man. I said no. I said no, we're not. I said there is a chance, but no, there's not. We're not making it. I agree with you. We're not making it.
Just say no. Just say no then.
No, there's a chance. There's a chance, baby.
I see what you're doing there. I see what you're doing there. You clickbait, so we put this snippet out there. Rudy, yes, we win the cup, and that's
Danger TRL wants to know after the game. Vanny said players don't bring the intensity, won't see playing time. Do you think he will actually do it? Who would you bench?
Hold on.
Efra.
Yes, Efra. Don't say put the blame on yourself. There's been some games where you put the blame on yourself, and that's what big coaches do. You take it on the chin and say, "This was my mess up." I haven't seen you do that.
This wasn't on him.
It was on everybody though. Take ownership on your pieces at least.
Fine.
And he didn't do that. He just put it on the players.
Blame himself once.
Yeah. He should though. He should put it on the players for this one, dog. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's a USL side, dog. You gotta be your players.
Everybody lost his game.
Then why have a coach? Why have a coach?
How didn't you prepare them? How didn't you prepare them mentally going into this game? Why did they have that mindset?
That's what I'm telling you. I don't know what I would do. Right? And obviously we're not in the practice, so we're not necessarily know what's being said or how it's being worked. But they're saying the right. The people who need to be saying the right things, putting that energy out, are doing it.
There's our leader and the coach.
Yeah, and there's no response, and that's the one similarity I see with GBS. Because I do remember GBS saying shit the way it needed to be said, but not getting a response. I think this game against USL was that part. Greg had been talking about we could get, this is a path for us to get silverware. Cheech, every time we fuck up, he calls himself out and the rest of the players out as he's walking out saying we got to do better. What to do? Vanny's been saying.
He comes about after Portland. He didn't come after Portland. Cheech.
Okay, yeah, okay. Maybe he didn't do it, but he's done it. You can't nitpick it. But we said they have been trying to do it. There's just no response to it. So that's why again, I'm putting this a lot of the players. Vanny, yeah, I'm not saying he's not without fault, but this has to be the players, man. You lost against your side.
All right. Sully wants to know on a scale of 1 to really relieved, how relieved are you guys this Saturday is a no-go?
I said 1.
I'm not relieved.
I wanted to laugh at another fat L right now.
Nah, I want to see how these motherfuckers bounce back.
But that's the problem. It's false hope.
I don't care. I wanted.
We only won at Stanford Stadium once, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So what better way to bounce back? I wanted to see that shit.
You want to bounce back and that, but you couldn't figure it out against USL. Oh, okay.
It's crazy how we think a bounce back is to a team that's in 14th place right now with 34 goals.
But we couldn't beat a fucking USL team.
That's a bounce back.
So you guys are relieved that we're not playing those fucking bums.
I'm relieved that we get more rest. I'm relieved that we get rest.
Oh man, we came up with 2 week. We got 2 week fucking rest.
Yeah, I'm not relieved.
And we fuck to the bed.
I never said. Did you hear me say I'm relieved? I did not say that. Don't fucking put
I'm relieved.
On a personal level, I'm relieved. My liver ain't gonna be hurting. You know what I mean? I was able to cancel my hotel and my flight. I'm relieved. A little less money spent.
No more questions on my end.
You got something, Angel? Oh, get the fuck out of
here. Oh yeah. From Instagram, Logan Jones 1. If AG resigns Chris Klein again, I'm seriously not gonna be a Galaxy fan anymore. Damn. Logan Jones.
I don't know about not being a Galaxy fan. You could peace out, but you don't have to buy. Listen, Don't get supporter tickets. Don't get any tickets. Don't buy anything. Don't listen. I see people online talking about the biggest way to their thing is through their pockets, but the same people are posting up when they buy the jackets. You guys look like fucking clowns.
Yep. I don't have that in Jersey.
I have all of them. I keep getting all of them. I support the G's.
Oh well, you rightfully so. Come on, everyone could go back on these pods and be like, "Yeah, this man should be supporting the G's."
Yeah,
I'm always supporting the G's, man. Like no matter what. Like listen, we've been here before. Not for this long.
For too long.
Not long.
We've been here for too long.
Yeah, no, I agree.
We're on our path to being master.
This is becoming a norm.
10 years, Manu.
Hay que tener aguante, hijos de puta. Entonces, ¿para qué se apuntan?
Or not, right? But like again, Logan Jones, like you're cool. I fucks with you because you're always in the chat. But if you don't want to be a G's fan, you don't have to be a G's fan. Yeah. Everybody pays to be a G's fan.
Wrong. I think you worded it wrong. I think I worded it wrong.
I worded it
the benefit of the doubt. Him.
I think.
Oh, you think he worded it? Oh, yeah. Like listen,
hopefully.
Or it might just been frustration. It might just been frustration.
We all talk shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all talk shit. Like, and I get it, but you know, you don't have to be G's fans.
Stafford as our cam. That's right.
That would be amazing.
Sharky 14. Is there any logical way to protest our president? Yeah, I mean George has kind of addressed it.
I mean, we were talking about that's the reason why Vanny's still there because the money we're making money.
Well, not Vanny, Chris Klein.
Chris Klein, sorry. Yeah. Fuck Vanny too. But Chris Klein.
Man,
we talked about this in the pod for years now. If you guys really want to do it, it's simple. Just stop. Stop paying for shit. Stop buying the new gear. Stop doing all this shit. Stop going to the fucking games. Watch it at home.
Hey, we're in 5th place, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just make sure that I'm not.
I mean, we've protested for less.
No. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think so because this is off topic, right? But obviously, all this shit that's going on ACB with the front office and all the major disconnect right now with the front office, and I would have done extreme shit if I were still in leadership or if I were involved heavily. Listen, there's new people there. You guys are want to, well, obviously not you, Rudy, anymore, but the people that are in leadership now, they want to handle it their way. That's fine. I'm way different. I genuinely believe that if I was still in there, shit would be handled differently and we see results. But hey, to each their own, you know.
Pass the guard, baby.
Moving on.
Pass the guard.
Yeah, and that's a jump things right now too.
Pass the guard, baby. Pass the guard.
Hey,
let it go.
I'm just stating facts, baby. Next, Osman Peña 121, undefeated weekend. At least we didn't lose Saturday, right? We're not losing Saturday. Yeah.
We're gonna be out of the top 5 to watch.
Oh fuck! Imagine. All right, let's see, and then we have R4 MMY_ Bummy Loke 3. These guys gotta get it together. A lot of players don't want a cup like the fans do.
It feels that way. It feels that way.
It's like that. It's the norm.
We're always gonna want it more. Remember that shit. That's normal shit though. Everywhere in the world, your fans are always gonna want it more than the players. Players, this is a fucking job.
But when the players replicate the emotions of the fans, is where something beautiful happens.
Yeah. When?
Yeah, and don't want to have much from Twitter. The only thing I really see, okay, I see somebody posted is it SR Fitwell _ He just posted a meme that says "No pues ta cabrón," and just smoking his cigarette. Yeah,
sum that the fuck up, man. You know what I mean? Like,
and then Saul Danger this better not be I am smart, and he posted a meme on there says yes dear, have some more Kool-Aid. Mm-hmm.
Listen, remember, I think we're chatting on Discord, right, George? And you're like, wait for Thursday to let it out, and I say you're not gonna like what I got to say, right? Because I agree, this team is bad. This team is mediocre. This team is average, and I think we could ride average to a successful season, right? Like and it's fucked up because we are. We are. There's a chance we could. Progress, we'll see. 19 more games.
Eric's also here in the chat said Sasha cares. Did you see the interview with COG? I haven't seen it. Have you guys seen it?
No, it just came out yesterday. I haven't heard it. But I mean, what are you gonna go on an interview and say? Like what? Like you get me? Like it's like when we put Vanny in front of a camera. I think Chicha's raw emotion. I like that because it's raw. He lets it out and he voices his frustrations.
But then fucking do it on the field. To me, is
okay. Yes, but that's my problem.
Look who cares? It's Sasha. even when he's healthy, he's not a 90-minute guy. Even when he's healthy, he's not going to be the influence that we need in the field. Right? I need that.
I do give him that, though. He does have that passion. I do give him
he
that.
Probably cares because he grew up a guy fan. If you go
and again,
he talks about it.
It doesn't fucking matter because he's not in the field 90 minutes, game in, game out, and he's not gonna be. He's fucking old. I love him. I used to hate him, and I love him. It's weird like that. But he's not gonna. He's not the answer. Don't give a fuck if he cares or not. He's not gonna be enough to fucking pull this team together. We need fucking Granzier, not Granzier, Revelation, and then Galo to like be the ones. No, I'm not talking shit about him. I'm just saying like those two guys need to want it the most out of everybody, bro. Because I think that's what fucking. Get the fuck out of here. No more questions.
No, we're good. Yeah, we're good.
Thanks. Man, y'all have a blessed and beautiful weekend, stress free. I hope.
Hey,
what are we doing?
Like Osman said, undefeated, baby, undefeated this weekend. Fuck San Jose.
Are we here? Are we here next week? Pre-game, pre-talk.
Yeah, pre-game. We'll do pre-game. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, pre-game next week. Yep.
Either way,
yep.
Stay tuned to the socials. We'll post up if we're on or not. Thanks a lot.
Wait, no, there's a game on Wednesday night.
There's a game on Wednesday night.
Yeah, we'll be here Thursday. Oh,
okay.
You guys want to talk about that then? Right quick?
I don't want to talk about it.
No, not really.
No.
Because nothing's right quick with
Took
you.
too many L's this week.
No, just all right. We win or we not win?
I don't even know
It's
who
Minnesota, right?
Vamos a
Minnesota?
pisar. Vamos a
Minnesota, right?
pisar. Vamos a pisar.
At home or away?
Home.
1-1.
4-1.
Rudy's gonna come out here. Well,
4-1.
we made it.
We're going
We got a
4-1.
point.
4-1.
It's Minnesota,
4-1,
right?
baby.
Minnesota, right?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna win 3-0 because it's Wednesday night and it doesn't get packed, and all the fans that really go and pay all their money and are always there are not gonna get to watch the team win.
So we lose.
Yeah, we lose. They lose when we all show up and we make treks to get over there. Yeah.
Yeah, because we look really full for the U.S. Open Cup game.
Mm-hmm.
4-1.
All right,
4-1 we
boys.
win, baby.
Fuck outta
4-1
here.
we win. Yeah. With that being said, it's an episode of Straight from the Stands. I'm boy Rudy. I'm Smarts on Twitch. I'm Smarts on Twitter. I'm Smarts on the gram.
Follow me. Yeah, it's bad.
Same what George says. Yeah.
Valemos verga. Peace.
Hey, Masa, from now on, dog, you're up after me, all right? Just peace, love. Okay? Just, you know what I mean? I'm not even gonna say much shit.
Not today.
Nah,
Valemos
next time.
verga.
Nah, I like that the meme you posted in the chat. I was dying, bro.
All right. Everybody, we're holding
Good night,
out.
good night, everybody.
Peace.
Oh, that shit was funny though.
Puta, qué ofertón.